YouTube world. Did you like that awkward silence? Sometimes you need it. But anyway, welcome to Roasted, the channel where there's nothing off the table, and you bet yo fiery ass is going to get roasted. Today we're going to cover a touchy subject. I'm going to attempt to do it. I'm going to attempt to do a touchy subject, so if you don't like this video, I do apologize. You find it offensive, I apologize. Remember, I've told you before, these are all my opinions. They don't mean shit unless you want them to mean shit, and let them mean shit. So, again, this is my opinion, 100%. That's how I feel. If you don't feel that way, I'm sorry. If you want to talk about it, you want to debate about it, you live here in the Springs, hit me up, hit me on my email, roasted9809@gmail.com. We can always debate it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's not really going to be roasting anything. It's going to be more of a little talking. I'm going to try to get in and out of it because, like I said, it's a touchy subject. The subject we're going to be covering is Walmart wants to stop selling violent video games because of all the gun violence that's been happening, all the mass shootings. So far in 2019, there's been 17 mass shootings. So right now, I would like to take a moment of silence for anybody who has been affected by gun violence. And with that being said, let's move on with the video. Gun violence is it's something that happens. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows the psyche of these people who decide they can get a gun and take a person's life. Nobody really does. It's hard to sit down and tell why. I've been a gamer, you guys know, for my whole damn life pretty much. I know gamers in the gaming community. It does get intense. I'm not gonna lie, man. There's people out there that they get really into video games. They get really intense with it, but never in my life has a video game ever driven me to want to do something stupid. Never in my life how I sat here and played Ninja Gaiden 2 and wanted to go out and pretend everybody's a zombie or demon and start slaying people with swords. So yeah, I do. As you see behind me, I do collect some of the swords, and I do collect daggers, but I've never used them. Never had to use them. Thank God. But Walmart has gone on saying that they want to discontinue the selling of video games. And this may have changed since this video has come out. But they want to discontinue selling video games that are violent, which means M ratings, such as Skyrim. What does Skyrim make you want to do? Go out and hunt dragons? Learn dragon shouts? I mean, I kind of want to do that. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm throwing the games to the right. These are old video games I should be throwing. I'm a huge collector, too, and I don't know why. Oh, I'm treating my games like that. Anyway, that'll hurt my head. Anyway, they want to discontinue selling M-rated video games. So, I mean, Skyrim, Ninja Gaiden, whatever else comes out. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row, we all know that. But gun violence, I don't know if it can be related to video games. I've never sat down, like I said, played a video game and wanted to go drive my car at 600 miles an hour. I never sat down, played a video game, and wanted to go shoot up a store. I never sat down, played a video game, and wanted to play professional football. I wish that would have happened to me. I wish I would have played professional football. Just never did. Too damn lazy. Anyway, so Walmart wants to discontinue the selling of video games, but wants to continue selling guns, the things that are causing these issues. I'm not going to get into where I stand 100% on the whole gun thing, but they want to continue selling video games. You're going to keep hearing weird noises in the back. Ignore them. Just tone them out, man. Just listen to me. Look at this beautiful face. I got some nice teeth. If you've ever noticed, I got some nice teeth. Anyway, they're going to continue selling guns. So here's my thing. If I walk into a Walmart and I want to get a gun, get multiple guns, I can. But if I want to go in and get a Grand Theft Auto video game, I cannot. Now, I'm sorry. I don't think me throwing Halo at you, that's also what I'm rating, throwing Halo at you is going to do any damage. Or me grabbing a gun, that's going to do some damage. So maybe Walmart needs to try to take a step back and rethink it. And I'm not saying not to sell guns. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't have guns. I have a couple friends that are huge, avid gun collectors. Just biggest gun collectors you can find. Just love guns, man. Love guns more than I love pop vinyls or my wrestling figures or, they love my good friends. They love them more than that stuff there, that's fine. That's your choice. That's your opinion. I don't like guns very much. I do want to own eventually a 1911 or some type of 45, something for protection. I do, because in this world, it seems like it's coming to that. It seems like it's coming to where you have to have some type of protection, and it's sad that that's where I feel. Sometimes I feel unsafe to send my kids to school. Sometimes I feel unsafe to go to a movie, to a grocery store. It's a very uneasy time right now, and I think drifting away in video games is one of the ways to get away from that. I've always said, and I stick to this. I stick to this more than anything. Ignorance is bliss. I don't keep up with the news, and I don't keep up with what's going on in the world too much, because the world's scary. It's scary out there. It's real life, and it's something you have to realize, that these things do exist and these things are out there, and that they're out there to harm you. I mean, that's what a gun's designed to do. It's either designed to protect, to harm, or to hunt. I mean, you can be a collector of guns also. So I guess there's four things for guns to do. But video games, they take you off into another world. And not once would I blame a video game for a man taking an AR into a Walmart. Again, rest the souls of those who lost their lives on that day, or taking a gun to a school and shooting up the school. I mean, I don't blame video games for that. I blame parents. I blame parents for either not monitoring what your kids are doing, not speaking to your kids about guns and gun violence, and speaking to your kids about just life in general, and how to cherish life, and how to help your neighbor. There is no more of that. There literally, in this day and age, there is no more help thy neighbor. There is no more abide by thy neighbor. There is no more of that. I try to teach my kids there is still good in this world. A couple days ago, a little girl had fallen down and hurt herself, and my daughter went over to the little girl and helped her get to her mommy, picked her up, helped her get to her mom, made sure she was okay before she walked away. It's something I try to teach my kids. Try to help out the community while you still can. Why there's still a little shred of decency left in this world. Try to find it and try to keep it. I'm not saying everybody's bad. I'm not saying everything is bad, but it's a good percentage of bad versus good right now, and it's just ridiculous. And again, I'm not saying anything about gun control or where I stand. A lot of you should know where I stand. But it just, stopping the selling of video games and violent video games, it's not going to help. Like I said, I played Saints Row 2. We all know what happens in this damn game. It didn't make me want to get a giant pin pan and go smack people halfway across the nation. It didn't. I mean, I cherish life. I cherish my kid's life, my wife's life. I cherish all you guys' life who watch these videos. Also, my son's video got 400 views. Thank you for that. Should have probably started off with that, but 400 views on that video. Much appreciated. Thank you. We gotta start hitting that subscribe button. Anyway, I mean, there's a lot of games. I mean, look at these last two, man. Kane Lynch, Heavy Rain. I mean, Heavy Rain's not. It is a violent game. It's a violent hell game. There's one scene that's crazy. You gotta torture your damn self. Anyway. But it's the parents who don't sit down and understand what these games are, or don't understand what their kids are doing, or what their kids are feeling. Like, every day from school, I ask my son and my daughter, "Hey, how was your day? Anything we need to talk about? Can we sit down and talk? Can we make sure you're okay? Can we make sure your mind is set and clear?" Because there was a lot of stuff when I grew up, and my mom was one of the best moms ever. Don't get me wrong, I love my mom to death, but I never had an outlet to talk to anybody. I didn't. I could never talk about my feelings or what was going on that day, or how I felt about a certain person or anything like that. I never really had an outlet because my brother and sister were already out of the house. My mom was just kind of, she gave me everything I wanted in the sun, and that was it. So you need that emotional touch and that emotional language to speak with your kid. I mean, it's that simple. Just try to get them to understand they're still good in a lot of people. This last one was, he went in and tried to kill the Mexicans. Like, I get racism still a thing too, but that's just, what video game teaches you to do that? There's not a video game that sits there and goes, "Hey, it's eradicate a certain race." There's not a game like that. So I think Walmart may have their facts backwards. I think a lot of people have their facts backwards. I understand violent video games can get stuck in your head. It makes you want to play them. There's a reason why you want to play them. There's a reason why it's fun. But at the same time, my phone is just going. But at the same time, you need to have a grip on reality. You need to have a grip on life, and that's what a lot of people need to help their kids with is that grip on reality and that grip on life. Because without that, you don't know which way you're going. You know, if you're going up, down, left, right, you don't know what your future holds. A lot of these kids are 21, 22 years old. It's this generation that's coming up. and they're just it's the generation of social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's a generation of you have to look a certain way, to talk a certain way, to be a certain way, and I'm pretty sure that happened in every generation. I mean, it's always been a thing, but you just have to feel comfortable in your own skin. And parents, please reach out to your kids. Make sure they're feeling good when they come home from school. Make sure they understand the meaning of life and not to take life. That's not worth it to take a life. It's not any I mean, if you're defending yourself and you don't have a choice, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But any other circumstance, it's not worth it to get behind a wheel and drink and drive, to go on a mass shooting, to stab somebody, to murder somebody in cold blood. It's not worth it. So let's avoid that. Walmart, pay attention to what's going on around here, man. It's not video games. A lot of the older generation, they blame violent video games. That's not what's causing it. It's just it's an outreach problem. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. Again, this is 100% my opinion. I haven't made a video since last week. My son's slamming his head against the door. Funny stuff. I'm going to get more of those coming out. I think we're going to start doing the boy versus. So he's going to be doing random things. He's 100% for it. He loves it. There's 100% things for him to get an Xbox One because that's all he wants is an Xbox One right now. And I'm not going to give it to him because games are too violent. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to give it to him because he does not appreciate or know how to take care of expensive items yet. So working on it. He's got a nice TV. He's just got a phone. So he's had a phone for a couple of years, but we're working on building up to that for sure. So if you guys giving your kid an Xbox One and they take care of it, let me know. Let me know what I got to do differently to get my boy to understand the meaning of money. And that boy, I mean, he has chores. He works. We're all blue collar here. I mean, we all work. So no white collars here, man. All blue collar. So we work for a living. So, but we're gonna be doing that. There's more bad eggs, man. That guy, he's a bad egg. I can't say it like the person recording. I'll tell you who the person recording is because it's a secret. Yeah, again, I got nice teeth. Look at those. Some pearly whites right there. Anyway, please subscribe to these videos. Please share this video. Please ring that bell if you want to get more notifications on my video because I'm gonna keep pumping them out, man. I love doing it. I love sitting in front of this camera and being silly and goofy, and I love it. I love talking to you guys, and I love debating. So if anybody wants to come on the show, you want to debate against me, it's going to be a losing debate because I am a master debater. I got to stop saying that because probably get demonetized or something for saying that. Can I say that on YouTube? I got to find out if I can say that. I don't know who I'm talking to. Ain't nobody back there. What is wrong with this in this video? All right, guys. Like always, it's been roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp. Peace and love. That's what we need in this world. Peace and love. Not less violent video games. Peace and motherfucking love. Doses, Bruces, and of course, I Bruces.